me one thing. Is there any doubt from yesterday's point that you didn't understand? Is there any doubt from yesterday's class that is tough and you couldn't understand? Okay. So I assume things are clear. So yesterday we saw standing waves on a stretched string fixed at both the ends, right? So whatever were the result for the fundamental frequency, the first harmonic, second harmonic, all those things was the same. Sorry, is the same as that of an organ pipe which is open at both ends, right? So both the results are same except the fact that the speed of a wave on a string is given by the expression root of t by mu, whereas the speed of sound in an organ pipe is given by root of gamma p by rho. This is the only thing we need to understand, right? Now comes the next question. What will happen when you have a closed organ pipe? So when I say closed organ pipe, see, organ pipe is generally a wind instrument. Okay. So if you take any organ pipe which is closed at one of the ends, then we call it as a closed organ pipe. So many of them have a misconception. Closed organ pipe means it is closed at both the ends. No. Okay. If that is the case, tell me, in the fundamental mode of vibration, how many standing waves will I have?
One, sir.
Think about it. No. See,
Half.
you will have half because the fixed end will have a node and the open end will have an antinode. That's the thumb rule, right? So what is going to be the length of this organ pipe for half of a standing wave to be formed within it? That is what we need to understand. So what is the distance between a node and its subsequent antinode? It is lambda by 4. So what will be the value? L is equal to lambda by 4. But lambda is how much? V divided by F, which implies F1 is equal to V divided by L. Correct? What will I write in the place of V? It is root of gamma P divided by rho. 1 minute. I have a 4 here. So it will be 1 divided by 4L into root of gamma P by rho. Is this point clear, guys?
Yes.
Right. Now, how many standing waves will I have in the second mode of vibration? So if I talk about this, exact, perfect. So you'll have 1.5 standing waves, one complete, something like this. See, all these points are very important. They are not going to ask you the direct formula. Rather, you need to understand this to solve problems based on resonance tube. Sometimes they call it as a resonance tube also. I will show those problems. Node, antinode. Seriya? So how much is this distance? The distance between two subsequent nodes is lambda by 2. And the distance between a node and an antinode is lambda by 4. So lambda by 2 plus lambda by 4 is going to give you 3 lambda by 4. Correct? So L will be equal to 3 lambda by 4, or it is 3 by 4 into V divided by F. F will be equal to 3V divided by 4L. That is 3 divided by 4L into square root of gamma P divided by rho. Okay. Now comes an important question. In yesterday's topic, when I told you the fundamental mode and what was on the numerator, when I say fundamental mode, we had one standing wave. In the case of a stretched string as well as an open organ pipe. But in the case of a closed organ pipe, there is an issue. What is it? You don't have a complete standing wave. You only have a half standing wave. So here the numerator is 1. So in the second mode of vibration, what is expected by us? You should have had 2 divided by 4L into gamma P by rho. But you will not have 2 by 4L. You will have 3 by 4L. So if you observe this, can I write this as 3 into 1 divided by 4L into gamma P divided by rho? What is this thing? Is this not the fundamental frequency? Right? So it is 3 times fundamental frequency. Which one? In the second mode of vibration itself, just because you have 1.5 standing waves, you are not able to generate a frequency. Okay, let's see the next thing. In the second mode of vibration, it is 3 times the fundamental frequency. Is this concept clear? Before that, in the F100, it is called as fundamental frequency. What is the other name for it, guys? So there are 3 terms used: frequency, harmonic, and overtone. Fundamental frequency, or
First
what do you call
harmonic.
it?
First harmonic.
Very good. It's called first harmonic. Okay. Now comes an important question. How will you name this second mode of vibration? So we call it as, tell me.
First overtone.
It's called the first overtone. That's perfect. Or
Second harmonic.
it is not second, rather it is third harmonic, because it is 3 times the fundamental frequency. Breathe. So it's called first overtone or third harmonic. Similarly, if I speak about the third mode of vibration, then how many will I have? You will have half number of standing waves compared to the mode of vibration. When it was 1 minus half. So when it was fundamental, that is the first mode of vibration, you had 1 minus half. When it was second mode of vibration, you had 2 minus half, that is 1.5. When it is third mode of vibration, you will have 2.5 standing waves inside. I hope everyone is clear with this. No confusion, right?
So isn't the second mode actually second harmonic?
No, it is third harmonic because it is 3 times the fundamental frequency. So first frequency, when you're calling it as first harmonic, 3 times that frequency should be called as third harmonic only. No? Okay.
Sir, so in the second mode of vibration, it should be called as F3.
Let's see. No, let's see. I will ask you, that time you tell me. You think before that. Lambda by 2, and lambda by 4. So what will be the value of L? Lambda plus lambda by 4, that is 5 lambda by 4. So when you try to calculate the frequency, you will get it as 5 divided by 4L into root of gamma p by rho equals to. Now tell me. Dash overtone or dash harmonic?
Second
Second
overtone.
overtone.
It's
Fifth
called
harmonic.
second.
Fifth harmonic.
Very good. It's called as fifth harmonic. So what I'm trying to say is, overtone is just one number less than the mode of vibration. Whereas the harmonic, if you see, in the case of a closed organ pipe, what is missing? You had 1, you had 3, you had 5. But what was missing?
2 and 4.
So in the case of a closed organ pipe, you will only have odd harmonics. Please make a clear note of it. In case of a closed organ pipe, we have only what harmonics? Odd harmonics. And what will be the ratio of their frequency? The ratio of the frequencies will be 1:3:5 so on. Now I have a question. If I talk about the nth mode of vibration, correct? If I talk about the nth mode of vibration, what will be the frequency of that? F. Okay, see, before that, let me give you a clear understanding of symbol. When I call it as fundamental or first mode of vibration, you call it as F1. When I call it as second mode of vibration, you call it as F2. Okay, well, you will not call it as F3. It is F2 only. Third mode of vibration, it will be F3. Then the nth mode of vibration will be Fn. Now tell me what will be the frequency there.
2n plus 1 by 4.
Very good. 2n plus 1 divided by 4L into root of gamma p divided by root. Because this is the general term. 2n plus 1 is the general term. Because it's an odd number. When I talk about, see, always when this waves concept come, no, this is the thing you need to see. 2n minus 1 is also odd, 2n plus 1 is also odd. So you need to do a proper trial and error analysis before you land up at the general term. Because I've seen the mistake happening. Every time when I say odd, everybody says 2n plus 1 only. They forget about 2n minus 1. Okay. But in this case, yes, it is 2n plus 1. Now tell me what will be the name of this overtone? And which harmonic will it be?
N minus 1 overtone.
N minus 1th overtone and 2n plus 1th harmonic. Excellent. So this is the answer. Hey, wait. Second mode of third mode. Illada.
Sir, is it 2 and minus 1 there?
Yes, it is 2. Sorry. It is 2n minus 1. See, I made a mistake. See. But I hope you guys understood, right? Why it is 2n minus 1. Because when I say third, 2 into 3 is 6. 6 minus 1 is 5. You will get the 5th harmonic. Correct? So it will be n minus 1th overtone or 2n minus 1th harmonic. Guys, are you convinced? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So please make a note of it. I'll give you a minute time. Write it down. If there is any doubt, get it clarified. No doubts, we can start solving the problems. I'm just giving that 1 minute to absorb the concept. Okay. So I hope it is clear. Shall we start? Now listen. Now, let's try this. A string is clamped at both the ends and it is vibrating in its 4th harmonic. The equation of the stationary wave is given by the expression 0.3 times sine 0.157x into cos 200 pi into t. The length of the string is how much? So here what they have done is they have combined everything. Let's see. Let's try to connect the dots. It's not that tough, okay? Can someone tell me what are we supposed to do?
Sir, on the sine of 0.157x cos, and there is number 2 sine of a plus b.
Yeah, you have to compare it. Ramal,
Oh.
It is 2a times as in a general equation. So the equation of the standing wave they have given is 2a times sine kx. Is it not like the form cos omega t? Correct? They got this expression because they took kx minus omega t. But if you refer the equation I derived it from sine omega t minus kx and sine omega t plus kx. This is the incident wave. This is the reflected wave. So don't get confused. Okay, whatever they have given, remember this logic. Okay, the coefficient of x will always be k. The coefficient of time will always be omega because that is how dimensionally it should work. As simple as that. So they're asking the length of the string. How do I solve?
So the frequency.
Yes. So how much is the frequency? So I have omega is equal to 200 pi, but omega is equal to 2 pi into f. Correct? Omega is equal to 2 pi into f. Then what should I do?
F is 100.
Okay, f is 100. What does this f represent? but they have told it is in the fourth harmonic. So if I need the length, what are we supposed to do? L is equal to fourth harmonic. What is the value of length? How many times wavelength is it?
4 times.
Sir, அவங்க clamped at both ends ன்னு சொன்னா open இல்லாட்டி closed.
It இல்லடா string நாலே clamped தான். It is always fixed because the string cannot vibrate without a tension. Use your guitar, if one string is cut, can you produce sound from it? No. Okay, string அப்படின்னு
okay,
பார்த்தாலே irrespective of they give it is clamped at both the ends or not, you have to understand string can produce sound only if it is fixed. ஏன்னா அதுல இருக்க வேண்டிய மெயின் கேரக்டரிஸ்டிக் டென்ஷன். ஓகே, இப்போ சொல்லுங்கடா லென்த் என்னது? So length, fourth harmonic means how many standing waves are there? 4. So what should be the length?
2 lambda.
It should be 2 lambda. So L is equal to 2 lambda. So 2 times, what is the value of lambda? Lambda is equal to V divided by F. Correct? Lambda is equal to V divided by F. But no need actually. Lambda is equal to V divided. I can compare it with 2 pi by K, no? So 2 pi by K, that is K is how much in the given equation? 0.157. Correct? Sorry, 2 pi by lambda is 0.157. Anybody having a doubt in this? I compared this equation with this. Sine of kx, so k is 0.157. 0.157 is exactly the half of 0.134, 0.314 divided by 2. So 2 into lambda is 3.14 divided by lambda is equal to pi is 3.14. 0.314 divided by 2. This will go 10 times, correct? So lambda will be how much? 40. So lambda is 40 means what will be the value of L? 2 times 40, that will be 80. Is it in centimeter or meter? There is no unit given, but looking at the answer, I feel this is meter. Oh, SI units they are given, no? Yeah. Guys, did you understand what I did? Actually, for this problem, you don't need the frequency. You just need to write L is equal to 2 lambda and find out the value of lambda from the value of K and substitute it. Right? I hope I'm clear.
Yes.
Okay. So shall we move on to the next one now? See. Number of antinodes. Let's try this, okay? So only thing is you people should be ready with a rough diagram of what kind of an object it is. That's it. So wire is of length 2L is made by joining two wires A and B of what? Of same length L, but different radii R and 2R, and is made of the same material. Okay. It is vibrating at a frequency such that the joints of the two wires forms a node. Joint of the two wires forms a node. Sorry. If the number of antinodes in wire A is P, and in that of B is Q, find the ratio P is to Q. Did you guys understand the question? So tell me one thing logically. One point they have given is when these two strings are joined together, right? There are two strings. They are made of the same material. So when they use the word same material, what is the hint in the problem? The same thing is applicable to resistors also. When they say same material, what property will be constant?
Frequency.
It is, sorry, can you repeat it?
So frequency.
Frequency is not the mechanical characteristic. It is the density.
Oh.
Same material, same density. Correct? So it is the density that is going to be constant. Let me give you all the hints. they've given you the radius and length so that when I talk about density, the wire generally is in the shape of what? Wire shape is what generally? How do we
Cylinder.
take it?
Cylinder.
It's a cylindrical one. So what kind of a density are you going to define for a cylinder? What kind of mass density will you define that? To be more specific, I'll call it as mass density. So what kind of a mass density will you define? Three types, correct? Like how you did in electrostatics: linear, surface,
sigma.
and volume. Sorry,
The sigma.
this rho. You define volume density, and it's a cylinder, three-dimensional shape. Okay. So will you be able to calculate the volume of each cylinder? I'm just telling you all the indirect hints. That is the reason why they've given you the radius. Okay. Now I have a question. Answer this so that you will understand why they have mentioned the joint has a node. Had it been a string like this, if I pluck it at point A, let's say I'll draw a red color line. If I pluck the string here, then is there a possibility for me to have something like this? Right. Similarly, is there a possibility for me to have something like this also? So what is the difference between the first diagram and the second diagram that I've drawn? Guys, I've explained you the thumb rule. When a string is clamped at both the ends, what is the thumb rule I told you? The ends which are fixed will always have a
Node.
node. The ends which are free will have an antinode. Now tell me, the joint of A and B, is it fixed or is it free to move? Fixed in the sense fixed to a rigid support.
Free to move.
It is free to move, right? So there is a possibility of you having an antinode or a node also. But the reason they have given it in the question is because there are two possibilities. If that point was not mentioned in this question, the question is ambiguous and you can rule it off. You will not get the answer. Okay. Both the strings are vibrating in such a way that you don't know how many antinodes are there on the first string. Something like this can be there. A, B. So you can have something like this and something like this. I've just drawn a rough diagram. If that is the case, but one thing that should be satisfied is this point should always have a node. Either node, either node. Right? There's an antinode, antinode, antinode. If suppose I take something like this, the number of antinodes in wire A is P and that in B is Q, then what would have been the answer here? According to the way I drew. Here, how many antinodes are
3
there?
is to 2.
3 is to 2. So in that sense, you have to think in such a way that what should be the number of antinodes here and here so that this point is fixed. And the materials have these lengths. Am I clear? Did you understand the question?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now let's think.
Yes, sir.
So how do I solve? There is one important point that is given. It is vibrating at a frequency. It is vibrating at a frequency such that the joints of the two wires forms a node. Okay, joining two wires different length forms a node. Any other hint that is given? A wire is made up of joining wires A and B and made up of the same material, vibrating at a frequency such that the joint of the two wires forms a node. It can be something like this also. Okay. So what is the frequency that is getting generated in A according to the string which is tied at both the ends concept? So frequency here is equal to, it is in which mode of vibration? இப்போ general எனக்கு ஒன்னு சொல்லுங்கடா. If there is first mode of vibration, how many nodes and how many antinodes are there?
2 nodes,
2
1
nodes.
antinode.
2 nodes, 1 antinode. If it is second mode of vibration, Okay, if the second mode of vibration, how many nodes in? You have 2 antinodes. If it is third mode of vibration, 3 antinodes. So the mode of vibration will define the number of antinodes also. So here, what is the general formula of the nth frequency for nth mode of vibration for a string which is fixed at both the ends? Is it not n divided by 12 into root of t divided by mu? Correct, Ada? So what should be the value of n? Here it should be p. If b will be how much? Something divided by 2l into square root of t divided by mu. So here it will be q. So what is the difference between, what are all the parameters that are different in the case of A and B?
Radius.
What is the difference?
Tension.
Tension, that's what I need to think. 1 minute. Need a joining seam length. There's a lot of information missing because I don't know what is the relation between these frequencies. They have mentioned nothing. It is vibrating at a frequency such that okay. So here the hint is, see, actually there is a concept called as resonance. I'm sorry, this problem involves too many concepts. But let me explain this, okay? Take this as a problem. Take this problem as exercise. Have you guys heard of the word resonance?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what does resonance mean is, see, for example, you would have done this experiment last year, right? You have a sonometer. A sonometer will have a wire. You will keep a small piece of paper on top of it. You'll take a tuning fork and hit, and you'll take it close to the string. You will not touch it. Did you guys do this? When you take it close to the string, what will happen to this wire?
Why?
So the wire will start vibrating, and there will be a particular frequency at which the wire will start vibrating with maximum amplitude, and the paper will topple. Have you ever observed that? So that particular phenomenon is called as resonance. So in this problem, what is going to happen is, since two wires are connected together, here they should be in resonance. When we talk about resonance, the frequency with which A is vibrating should be equal to the frequency with which B is vibrating. And in the case of FA, P, in the case of FB, Q are different, but their lengths are same, 2L. Correct? Length is L only. Here, what else is going to happen is, since these two wires are connected, okay, I'm repeating it again. Since these two wires are connected, the tension will also be the same, but the linear mass density will be different. Okay, so these are all the notes. Important notes from this question is, when strings are connected, what can I say? Tension is same. Okay, tension cannot be different, because if they have different tensions, they will not be in resonance. Second, the strings should be in resonance. Hence, frequency of A is equal to frequency of B. Okay, so what is the frequency of A? That is P divided by 2L into square root of T divided by mu A is equal to Q divided by 2L into square root of T divided by mu B. So 2L will get cancelled. T is also gone. P divided by Q, the whole square, is equal to mu A divided by mu B. So what is mu A? So what is the relation between mu A and mu B? So mu A is nothing but the amount of mass per unit length. So it is mass by length. Correct? So what is the mass of the material A? It is the density into its volume. So what is the volume? Pi. Guys, check the notes and tell me what is the radius they have given. R. So is it not pi r square into L divided by the length of the material? L and L will get cancelled. So rho into 4 pi r square. Mu B is how much? Mass per unit length. Rho into pi into, what is the value of R?
2R.
Yes. The whole divided by L, and the length is still L. This and this will get cancelled. So it will be 4 times rho into pi r square. 4R. It is rho into pi r square. Here it will be rho into 4 pi r square. So mu B divided by mu A is 4. So mu A divided by mu B will be 1:4. What will be the value of P is to Q? It will be 1/2. Option Rika. So these are the two important points to be remembered, guys. It is a very good problem. I suggest you all to try this and something similar to this also.
Sir,
Tell me.
how did you know that the strings were in resonance?
Because it is they have given this point is a node. It's having a node. So whatever frequency is getting generated here by the number of standing waves, okay, whatever, let's say there is only one standing wave here, right? So there is one standing wave here, and according to the answer we have got, we have two standing waves here. Since this can be treated like a combined string, I hope you understand what is meant by a combined string.
Yes, sir.
Right? So when I pluck it here, for you to have a node at this point, then the frequency of A should be equal to the frequency of B. That's why I told it as resonance. Because when I pluck in A, see, when I create the disturbance in A, suppose I pluck in A, who's creating the disturbance in B?
Mm.
It is the
A.
disturbance which is already created in A. Purida, that is why I called it as resonance. So it is vibrating at a frequency such that the joints of the two wires forms a node. If that node was not there, then they are not in resonance.
Yes, sir.
Got it? So make a note of that point. So that is why I explained the theory also. This kind of a possibility is also there. Okay. Next. So it's actually a good problem. Shall I move on to the next one? Listen, guys. So we'll do one more problem based on this concept. Then we can move on to the next concept, that is beats. See, I know the problems are tough because we are doing previous year problems. But trust me, if you do practice from the book, which I told, it will be easy. If you have any doubt, you can approach me. Okay. So there is a resonance tube. Okay. There is a resonance tube which is old and has a jagged end. So when they say jagged end is present, it has some error in artham. That is the meaning. But in some laboratory, it is still used to determine the velocity of sound in air. So they have taken a tuning fork of frequency 512 hertz and they produce the first resonance when the tube is filled with water up to a mark of 11 centimeter below the reference mark. Okay. Below the reference mark, near the open end of the tube. Okay. The experiment is repeated with another tuning fork of 256 hertz, which produces first resonance when the water reaches the mark 27 centimeter below the reference mark. The velocity of the sound in air obtained in this experiment is close to what? Okay. First resonance, which produces first resonance. Okay. Now tell me, if there is a tube like this, okay, if there is a tube like this and water is filled in it, okay, and there is a tuning fork which is hit with a frequency of how much value? It's natural. So the tuning fork frequency is called as the natural frequency. You would have seen a tuning fork, I hope, right? The frequency will be written on top of it. If you had done this year, you would have used the tuning fork in a this thing also, alternating current experiment also, to find the frequency of AC, right? So by using a tuning fork and bringing it close, which resonance is produced? Guys, are you able to understand the question? So what will happen?
resonance.
So first resonance this thing is similar to what? There are three concepts that we discussed: strings fixed at both ends, open organ pipe, closed organ pipe. This one looks similar to what?
Open organ pipe.
Think and tell me, no?
Closed organ pipe.
It's a closed organ pipe, no? Because there is water to reflect back the sound. Had it been open on the other end also, it would have been an open organ pipe. So for the first resonance means, how many standing waves will get produced? There is only one standing wave that will be produced. And with respect to the mark from the bottom, if I call this distance as L, which is 11 centimeter below a reference mark, correct? I cannot just take it as L, because with respect to this measuring tube, what is there? So I see, try to understand. I can take the value of this distance as L. The reference mark will be here. I can take this distance as L, provided it's a perfect resonance tube. But with respect to the resonance tube they are using, what is there? It is an old one, and there is an error also occurring. At which point? At its ends. So there will be an end error. So I cannot call it as L. I will call it as L plus some E. Now tell me, what is the value of L plus E in terms of the wavelength of sound? If I know the wavelength, I can calculate it. If I know the wavelength, because since I know the frequency, I can calculate its speed. So what is the value of L plus E in this case? What is the distance? Excellent. So that is lambda by 4, which implies lambda is equal to 4 into L plus 4 into E, where we don't know what is the value of E. Correct? So 4 into, what is the value of L? 11 plus 4E. Is correct? Are you guys able to understand? So what will be the speed of sound in this case? How many unknowns are there? Let's look at the formula. For speed is equal to lambda into frequency. Accepted? So for me to calculate the speed, I need to know what is the frequency. So frequency is given here, but I don't know what is the value of lambda. In this problem, there is an additional headache also for us. That is the value of E. Because had this E not been there, I would have told lambda is equal to 4 into 11, 44. I would have just put it here, multiplied with 512 is my answer. Are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Right. So what would have been the speed of the sound? V will be equal to the first frequency, that is the frequency of the tuning fork because it's in resonance, multiplied with lambda. So F1 is 512 into, what is the value of lambda? 44 plus 4e. Let me call this as equation number 1. Now what are they doing? Are they increasing or decreasing the level of water? Read the question carefully. Now they are repeating the same experiment with another tuning fork whose value is 256 hertz, which is also producing the first resonance. First resonance means half standing wave in closed organ pipe. When water reaches the mark of how much value? 27 centimeter. On a reference mark, it is not an issue because they've used the word below. So the reference mark obviously has to be on the top. Right? So is the level of water compared to the previous stage decreasing or increasing?
Decreasing.
Decreasing.
So it is decreasing. The water level is decreasing, but the depth at which the water starts is going to increase. Now you guys tell me what should be my equation. Now it is not going to be anymore as L. I will call it as L dash. To this L dash, what should I add?
Plus E.
Plus E. Okay, here you should not write it as E dash because the same oponent, the same error. Plus 256 hertz. Correct? Now how many standing waves are getting produced according to the question? First resonance. So same half standing wave. Now tell me L dash plus E, how much is it going to be?
Lambda by 4.
It is some lambda dash by 4 because here the value of lambda is different. No? Here the wavelength is different. Here the wavelength is different. Correct? So lambda dash will be equal to 4 into L dash plus E. 4 into, what is the value of L dash?
27.
27.
Very good. Plus 4E. Plus 4E. Now what will be the speed in this case? But the speed of the sound is still the same because the speed is traveling within the same medium. So speed with respect to the same medium under the same conditions will be the same. It will be F2 into lambda 2. Can I write it like this? So F2 is how much? They've used a frequency of 256 hertz into lambda 2 27 into 4.
108 plus 40.
108 plus 4e. Correct? So this will be equation number 2. So from 1 and 2, is it possible for you to obtain, right? From 1 and 2, is it possible for you to obtain the value of E? Once you get the value of E, substitute in any one of the equations that will give you the speed. Okay, so what I will do is 512 into 44 plus 4e is equal to 256 into 108 plus 4e because LHS is the same. So 256 will cancel this 2 times. 88 plus 8e is equal to 108 plus 4e. So you will answer 4e is equal to how much is
5.
it? What?
20. 20.
So error is 5 centimeter. Correct? So once the error is 5 centimeter, then what will be the value of speed? So speed will be equal to 256 into 108 plus 20. So 256 into 108 plus 20. So everything is in centimeter. This is in hertz. This is in centimeter. Okay, 256 into
120.
120. Answer. Can you do it fast and tell me?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Tell me.
Sir, like, do we consider the open end of the tube as the reference mark, sir? L வந்து அங்கேருந்துதானே எடுத்துட்டு.
Yeah, you have to do. அதே reference mark எடுத்துக்கோ. இங்கே இருந்து எடுத்துக்கோ.
Okay.
But see, நான் திருப்பி சொல்றேன் பாரு. You will directly see this problem would have not been an headache under what scenario? இது ஏன் இவ்வளவு பெருசா போகுதுன்னா it is because of this error. Had this error not been there, the question would have been small because one data itself is sufficient for you to find. புரியுதா? So அந்த பாயிண்ட் மட்டும் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோ. So how much is answer? 256 into 128.
32,768.
32,768. This is in centimeter per second. Yeah, this is in hertz. This is in centimeter. So how much is answer? 327.68 meter per second. Correct? It's approximately 328 meter per second. Irka option. 328. Yes, option A. Right? So that's all with this problem. I hope you have some clarity with respect to standing waves. So to master this, obviously you need to practice more problems. But are you guys clear with the concepts?
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Okay. Now we will proceed to the next concept, that is beats. Okay. Let's do some problems based on beats. So yesterday's concept I just want to revise. So when two waves of the same frequency interference, when two waves of the same frequency moving with the same speed in opposite directions in a medium superpose on each other, they produce stationary waves. That's what we discussed. Now comes another point. When two waves of slightly different frequencies moving with the same speed in the same direction in a medium superpose on each other, they will produce beats. Now tell me, what is the difference between a standing wave and a beat?
Frequency.
Frequency and direction.
Direction.
Frequency and direction, right? So frequency in the case of standing wave will be the same, whereas they will travel in the opposite direction. Whereas in the case of beats, there should be a slight difference in frequency and they should travel in the same direction. Okay. So அது என்னன்னா பாருங்க. See, let me draw a diagram and show it to you. Let's say there is a sound wave like this. See, but for the information, the sound wave will not be this clear and all. This is just for theory purpose, okay? Now, what is the difference between the continuous line and the dotted lines that I've drawn? So the difference between the continuous and the dotted lines that I've drawn is nothing but they are two sound waves, because the beat concept is applicable only for sound. Similarly, standing waves is also applicable only for sound. So two sound waves of, are you not able to see a slight difference in frequency? Right. So when these two waves, and one more important point that is not mentioned in the question is they should have the same amplitude. Okay. Now, if I take one of the waves as y1 is equal to a sine of omega 1t. Here I'm taking the wave number to be 0 and starting with it. So y2 is equal to a times sine omega 2 into t, where omega 2 minus omega 1, that is f2 minus f1, is very small. Then when they superpose on each other, y1 plus y2, what will be my answer? A times 2 sine of omega 1 plus omega 2 by 2 into t, cos of omega 1 minus omega 2 by 2 into t. I'm assuming omega 1 is slightly greater than omega 2. Okay. So 2 times a into sine of omega, I will write it as 2 pi f1. So 2 pi into f1 plus f2 by 2 into t plus, sorry, not plus, cos, into cos of 2 pi into f1 minus f2 by 2 into t. Now I'm taking it like this. You're able to see this f1 plus f2 by 2. This f1 plus f2 by 2 is called as the average velocity of the beat. Okay. f1 minus f2 by 2 is called as the modulated frequency of the wave. It's called modulated. Modulated means mixed in artham. So this word I will be using in the last chapter of your 12th communications. In the chapter I'll use this word. It's called modulated waves. Okay. And this whole thing is the expression for beats, like how you have an expression for standing wave, 2a sine kx into cos omega t. Similarly, for a beat, you have an expression 2a sine of omega 1 plus omega 2 by 2 into t cos of omega 1 minus omega 2 by 2 into t. Okay, va? Now listen. Now what I'm going to do is, I will write it as 2a cos of pi into f1 minus f2 into t, சரியா, into sine of pi into f1 plus f2 into t. Now I cancel the 2. So if you observe, this thing is the one which has amplitude varying with respect to time. Okay, wow. So if I write this as a dash times sine pi of f1 plus f2 into t, then this will be called as the equation of beats with varying amplitude. So now tell me, what is the mathematical difference that we are able to see in the case of a standing wave and that of a beat? Let's see how much you have understood. In the case of a standing wave also, I wrote something like this: a dash times sine of something into time.
So there it was omega.
Chinna difference. There also amplitude was varying. Here also amplitude is varying. But I want you to observe mathematically and tell me what is the mathematical difference there and here. You can have frequency. It is, in the case of a standing wave, amplitude will vary with respect to distance. Go and refer the equation. You will have cos kx. X is the function for the amplitude. Correct? 2a cos kx in form. This is what I called it as a dash. So a dash is a function of displacement. Whereas in the case of beats, a dash is a function of what?
Time.
It is a function of time. You need to be careful with this. Okay, well. So a dash now, it is 2a times cos pi of f1 minus f2 into t. This is a dash. It's a function of time. Okay. For a dash to be maximum, cos of pi into f1 minus f2 into t should be how much? It should be plus or minus 1. General solution. Pi into f1 minus f2 into t. Akan solunga?
N pi.
It's n pi. So pi and pi will get cancelled. So t will be equal to n divided by f1 minus f2. Correct? So a dash to be least, it should be minimum means cos pi of f1 minus f2 into time should be equal to 0. So pi into f1 minus f2 into time should be equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. Cancel. So t should be equal to 2n plus 1 divided by 2 into f1 minus f2. Right. So what exactly will happen is, in the case of a standing wave, you will have something like this, where we call these points as antinode and these points as node where there is no amplitude. Whereas in the case of a beats, listen to this carefully. When these two waves superpose, you will have a wave like this. So what will happen is, the amplitude will keep decreasing and increasing with time, which is technically called as waxing and waning. Waxing means increase in the amplitude. Waning means decrease in the amplitude. One thing, everything is a musical term, guys. We cannot explain more technically beyond this. I'm going mathematically. So tell me one thing, is this derivation clear to you guys?
Yes, sir.
Right? So I hope you guys made a note of it. Okay. Now listen to this carefully. What is the distance between two maxima? Sorry, not distance. The time gap, time interval between two maxima. How much is this? So T1 will be 1 by F1 minus F2. Maxima is occurring at n divided by F1 minus F2, where n is a positive integer. It cannot be negative, okay? Time cannot be negative. N is a positive integer. Correct? So T1 is 1 by F1 minus F2. T2 is 2 divided by F1 minus F2. Now, what is T2 minus T1 technically called as? What should be the time interval between two successive maxima? It should be 1 by F1 minus F2. Can I call this thing as the time period of the beat? Logically, when you take away the distance between two successive crests, or the distance between two, sorry, the time interval between two successive crests, or the time interval between two successive trough is what is called as a time period. So can I call this as the time period of the beat? Then what will be the frequency of the beat?
1 by time period.
That is F1 minus F2. And with respect to beat, this is the formula that we are going to use. Okay. So to conclude the whole story, if there are two sound waves, it is only sound wave, okay? If there are two sound waves with slightly different frequencies traveling in which direction? Same direction, okay? And they should have the same amplitude. If they superpose on each other, then what will happen? Then there will be a waxing and waning of amplitude taking place with respect to time, and this phenomenon is called as a beat. So I hope this got registered in your mind. So with respect to beat, there is only one formula, that is this thing. Okay. You can have the document open, the one which I shared. So there is something called as beat frequency. Beat frequency is defined as the number of beats per second, which is also called as the difference in frequency of two sources. So when it comes to problems, till now I explained you the theoretical part of what exactly is a beat and how to derive the beat frequency. When it comes to problems, they'll give you the general equations of the waves. Your work is to find out the frequency. Okay. From those frequency, you have to subtract the higher minus lower, or you have to find the difference and write the positive value. Okay. Are we ready? Shall we start solving the problems?
Yes,
Okay. Next, one more thing. Here, see, second formula is V2 is equal to V1 plus or minus B, where B is the beat frequency. That also we'll see in the problem. Third, if the prong of the tuning fork is filed, its frequency increases. If the prong of the tuning fork is loaded with little wax, its frequency decreases. These facts can be used to decide plus or minus sign in the above equation. Okay, make a note of that point. Okay. So I hope you know what is a prong. So you know how a tuning fork looks like. It looks something like this. Okay. So for this tuning fork, this is called as stem and this is called as a prong. Generally, we use a tune. The name itself is suggesting tuning fork is mainly used to tune musical instruments. That is why that material will have a particular frequency. That is a known frequency. You can generate the required frequency on the musical instrument. Filed அப்படின்னா, it is like you sharpen. No? When you want to sharpen something, what you do? You rub it against the surface. No? So that's the meaning of filing. Or sometimes what they will do is they will use the word loaded with wax. That times you can say frequency decreases because of the load. When it is loaded, it cannot vibrate fast. When its mass is more, frequency will be less. That's logic. Am I clear now? Shall we start? So problems will be simple. So we'll do problems from here itself. Example 57. The points of the prongs of a tuning fork B originally in unison. Unison means it is matching. Unison means it is having the same value. Unison with the tuning fork A of frequency 384 are filed. One minute. The points of the prongs of a tuning fork B originally in unison with tuning fork A of frequency 384 are filed, and the fork produces 3 beats per second when sounded together with A. What is the pitch of B after filing? So pitch up in a frequency. There is another important point, make a note. Wherever you see intensity, it has something to do with amplitude. This we discussed this year. Intensity is directly proportional to amplitude square. Correct? Similarly, with respect to a sound, whenever they use the word pitch, they are asking about the frequency. Okay. Now let's try to understand the question. Did everyone understand the question? I'm not concerned about answer. I want you to understand what they're asking. Is everyone clear? If you tell me yes or no, I can help you out.
1 minute.
You want me to explain it again?
No, sir. I just want to read the question.
Read the question. Okay, read it. Others?
Reading it, sir.
Okay, read it. Read it and tell me fast. Because I want you to do independently. These problems are simple. Everyone, Siddharth, Varun, Srivatsan.
Yes, sir.
Are you clear with the question?
Sir.
Sir, actually, purilla, sir.
That is what I'm asking. And it's easy. You guys should tell me. I know the difficulty. Sir, I'll switch on my video. But I want somebody to read the question, okay? Because then I can explain. Because I can't show my video and I can't explain parallelly. I'll explain. See, I'll take 5 minutes to explain what exactly is this musical instrument all about. Everybody would have seen a guitar, right? Guitar, you need not have played, you would have seen what a guitar. So guitar has a string, correct? So when they plug that string, have you ever observed they keep turning a knob at one point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I hope everybody would have seen it. They tie the knob. That time, what will happen? The string will make different. It keeps making different sounds. No? That is what exactly is happening. That's the principle. When they're tightening the knob, what exactly are they doing with respect to that string? They're increasing what characteristic of that string? They're actually making it more tight now. They're increasing the tension of it. Correct? Logically, that's the reason. It's because we saw what is how the string functions. Root of T by mu. T na tension. Tension should be there for the string to have a particular frequency. Now there is a question. When it comes to musical instruments, we say that the instruments have to be tuned. And the tune is word correct? Nowadays we have applications where you can have it on your mobile, you can play and you can check. So when you play it here, you can see that the app will recognize the sound and it will tell you whether it is a right sound or not.
சார் என்ன ஆப் சார் புரியல.
app something there, have something like that. Okay, you ponder nasi. Okay, leave that also. Let's think of this. When you talk about a musical note, every note has a frequency associated with it. Logically correct. I'm trying to talk now, right? My voice has a particular frequency. My vocal cords are vibrating at a particular frequency that is generating the sound. Another you people are able to hear. So when a musical instrument is tuned, correct? When a musical instrument is tuned, if you want to attain a particular frequency, you need something to match. So matching enna pannana, suppose the guitarist is playing a string, keyboard will not have a error. And a keyboard is an electrical instrument. This is a manual instrument, guitar. So what they can do is if they play a particular note on a keyboard, they will match these two frequencies and say that this is in tune. Adu varaikum puriyudha? Tune enna adu puriyudha?
Yes.
Tune. So both should be in the same frequency. Suppose the guitarist is there. He is the only person playing. He wants to match that frequency. Adukku enna pannalana? If suppose the frequency that is to be matched is 256 hertz, what is the other logic I'm going to use? I will take a tuning fork. Correct? And the tuning fork, you kida pathina, it would have been written 256 hertz. You take from a box itself, you can see. Correct? So I don't have a tuning fork, I can't show that. So it will be the shape of a U, and the U shape la irukadhukku per dhaan prongs. Correct? So 256 hertz means when you hit and take it out, the tuning fork is actually vibrating at what frequency?
256.
256 hertz. So the 256 hertz, if you take close to your ears, you can hear a sound. So when the guitarist is trying to adjust the string here, if the string that is the sound produced by the string is exactly the sound produced by the tuning fork, then that is what we call it as unison. Breathe either.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Unison, na?
Yes sir புரியுது சார்.
Unison means same frequency is getting matched. That's சொல்ல வரேன். So in this problem, if you see, what are they doing? They are not using any musical instrument. They are trying to check the tunes. Other than the beats and the concept. Beats will actually help you to tune a musical instrument. You need not know the in-depth details of it. We'll discuss some other day. Now somebody read the question. I'll explain it. Read it line by line.
Sir,
Someone read. Yeah, tell me that.
sir, can you share it? எனக்கு அது ஓபன்
I
பண்ணி
shared it. No, didn't I share it in the group?
No, on your screen sir. I was looking at your screen.
Okay, I'm looking at my screen. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll read from my mobile.
இல்லை சார் நீங்கள் ஷேர் பண்ணது வந்து அந்த ஜூம் அப்ளிகேஷன்லேயே இருக்காது.
அப்படியா சார்? நோ இஷ்யூ தான். நான் படிக்கிறேன் பாருங்க. கொஸ்டின் என்னன்னா, I'm not able to do that. Zoom பண்ண முடியல. சரி. The points of the prongs of a tuning fork B originally in unison with tuning fork A of frequency 384 hertz. அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. அது வரைக்கும் கொஸ்டின். So எத்தனை tuning fork? How many tuning forks are there? 1, 2. This is B, this is A. So I'm reading the question. The points of the prongs of the tuning fork B originally in unison with tuning fork A of frequency 384 hertz. So tuning fork A would have frequency out of it is
384 hertz.
384 hertz. So when they say B is in unison with this, what is happening? Indirect enna solran? Indirectly they are saying something. What is the frequency of B?
B frequency is also 384.
B frequency is also 384. Correct? But the statement didn't start like that. It started like this. The points of the prongs of this tuning fork. So either B, the first one. Here, colors, I'll use a different color. So this is B in which B is pink one. So the prongs of what they are doing is they are filing it. Filing abdina onnu illa. Sharp or rough object, you keep rubbing it like this. You know how a knife is sharpened, right? That's the filing. So if you, in concept, அந்த tuning fork if you add wax then you're loading it, அது பேர் loading. இப்போ இதுல என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா the points of the prongs of the tuning fork B which originally its frequency is 384 hertz is now filed and it starts vibrating such that this is producing how many beats? Adan question. 384 hertz are filed and the fork produces, and this fork B produces 3 beats per second now. Correct? So இப்போ நம்ம கையில எத்தனை frequency இருக்கு? A ஓட frequency எவ்வளவு இப்ப? A's frequency is how much? Is A's prongs disturbed? A ஒரு tuning fork இருக்கு. அதோட frequency 384 hertz. That is its natural frequency. Is that instrument tuning fork A disturbed?
No.
No,
No.
sir.
So A ஓட frequency எவ்வளவு? It is still 384. But what did they do to B? Now they know the frequency of B is indirectly 384 initially. But after filing, according to the concept we discussed now, will the frequency of this decrease or increase?
Increase.
Increase.
Decrease ஆமா? அதான் என்ன வேல்யூன்னு கேட்கலாம். That's the question. புரியுதா? So we will use a formula now. Now I'll explain it using the formula. So அந்த ரெண்டாவது ஒரு formula இருக்குல, what is it? So how to collect the data is frequency of B, I don't know. Frequency of A, I know it is 384 hertz. So initially frequency of B was 384. Now it is no more going to be 384. So FB minus FA is equal to plus or minus B in எழுதுறேன்னு வெச்சுக்கோ. Then FB is equal to 384 plus or minus, what is the beat frequency they have given? It produces 3 beats per second, correct? So it can either be 387 or 370, 381. What is the answer?
387.
Because after filing, its frequency will increase. You understood what option to be chosen? At the answer. Because of the word filing. Guys, are you able to understand at least to some extent?
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay. We'll try to do another problem. You try to do it on your own, don't copy it, okay? So read the question. There is a tuning fork arrangement pair. So there are how many? 2 tuning fork. The 2 tuning forks produce a beat of how much value? 4 beats per second. With one fork of frequency 282 CPS, cycles per second, CPS abdina. A little wax is placed on the unknown fork. And then it produces 2 beats per second. What is the frequency of the unknown fork? In the question, Patana. So what is happening? Initially, there are 2 tuning forks. Okay. Initially, there are 2 tuning forks. So let's say FB is the unknown frequency. FB minus FA is equal to plus or minus B. So what is the value of FB? FA eவ்வளோ? Frequency of one of the forks is 288. So 288 plus or minus எவ்வளோ? 4. The point புரியுதா? Are you guys able to understand this? It is 292 or 284 hertz. Now, a little wax is placed on the unknown fork. So B is loaded with some frequency, is loaded with some wax. Then FB minus FA in the new case is how much? It is plus or minus 2. அப்ப FB எவ்வளோ?
$288 plus or minus 2.
So 288 plus or minus 2, na, it will either be 290 or 288 hertz, correct? 286 hertz.
286.
286 hertz. Out of all these, so 286 means it should decrease. So on loading with the wax, what should happen? the frequency should decrease. So when they load it with the wax, the frequency decreases. The beat frequency also decreases by 2. So what would be the original answer? When they load, initial beat frequency was 4, now it is 2. So how much is the decrease in beat frequency? It is 2. Upper, how much should be the decrease in its value? From 292, it should have got decreased to 290. Whereas if you take 284, with respect to 284, what is the other frequency? It is 286. Increase acha, decrease acha. Why are we not taking 284 and 286 into consideration? Because we need the original frequency. Original first case larka, second case larka. Original is there in the first case. Correct? So first case in Ranala, it should either be 282 or 284. Had the same question been like, instead of wax, had they told it is filed, up answer enava irundirukum?
286.
284. 284 da. Because they are asking the original frequency. 286 is the increased frequency. Purujuko.
Oh, yes, yes.
Got it? So that is the difference. So it's an AEEE 2 question. So you can get these kind of questions also. It's actually simple to solve, simple subtraction addition. But concept puriyana. Guys, I hope I'm clear. So let us do an IIT problem. See, for tuning, there is a tuning fork of unknown frequency which gives 4 beats with the tuning fork of frequency 310 hertz. It gives the same number of beats on filing also. Find the unknown frequency. So FB is equal to 310 plus or minus 4. How much is it? 314 or 306 hertz. FB dash is how much?
Same, sir. 310 or
310 or 306. So it is filed. So find the unknown frequency.
So no, sir. It will be f dash of b is also 314 or
310. Yes, 310 plus or minus 314. So it should be 314 or 306. Correct? So on filing, what should have happened? Compared to the initial, it should have increased. Suppose if I take 314, is there any value that I'm able to see here which is more than 314? If I take this 314, that is the original frequency. In the second case, am I able to see any number? Are we able to see any number which is greater than 314?
No, sir.
No. So that cannot be the answer. Whereas if I take 306 hertz, in the second case, I'm able to see 314 hertz. So on filing, what will happen to the frequency? Increase. So what should be the original frequency? Then it should have been 306 hertz. Suppose the same question, instead of filing, if they had told it is loaded with wax, then again the same comparison. You will take 314, you will check if there is any decrease in the value. 314, is there any decrease in value? 314 is there and 306 is there. So you have to take both into consideration. So had the same question been loaded with wax, then the answer would have been 314 hertz. Purida?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. One last problem will wind up. So there is a fork of unknown frequency when sounded with one of the frequencies 288 hertz gives 4 beats per second, and when loaded with a piece of wax again gives 4 beats per second. How do you account for this and what was the unknown frequency? So FB eolo 288 plus or minus 4. So 292 or 284. If B dash another same 292 or 284. What has happened? They have loaded with wax. When they have loaded with wax, frequency should have decreased. If I take 292, I'm able to see 2 frequencies in FB dash. One is 292 and 284. So 284 is possible. So loaded with wax, now 292 and the 284 is possible. If suppose I take the unknown frequency as 284, what am I able to see in the change? 292 or 284? It is either increasing or it's the same value. So what should be the right answer?
292.
That's it. Okay, the key it is lost. Let me check what is the answer. It should be 292. Page number 15.43. Yes, it's 292, obviously. I hope you got a clarity of this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how do you account for this? Now the theory is given here. You can go through it. If there is any doubt, you can ask. Okay. So that's it from my side, guys. Next class we'll do Doppler effect. I thought I'll complete waves today, but it took so much time. No issue. But see, I'll tell you one thing. I know this chapter is tough, but try it. Okay. This is one of the best chapters
Sir.
which will actually tell me.
சார் அந்த பீட் ஃப்ரீக்வன்சி வந்து இந்த கேஸ்ல அன்சேஞ்ச்டா இருக்கு சார். சேஞ்ச்டா இருக்கிற கேஸ் எல்லாம்
Change director case அப்படி வராதுடா. When they use this word, the beat frequency is the same, it will not change. அது மாதிரி வராது.
இல்ல சார், லைக் வாட்
அன்சேஞ்ச்டா இருக்கும்போது மேல பண்ணோமே. தோ அன்சேஞ்ச்டா இருக்கும்போது இங்க பண்ணோமே. சாரி, சேஞ்ச்டா இருக்கும்போது. அதான் இந்த AEEE problem. There it is changing, no? Here it is 4 beats per second. Here it is 2 beats per second. Change ஆகுது.
சார் பட் ஹவு டஸ் தட் மேக் அ டிஃபரன்ஸ் டு தி ஆன்சர்? ஏன்னா ரெண்டுமே கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரே அப்ரோச் மாதிரி தானே பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம்.
ரெண்டுமே கிட்டத்தட்ட
எனக்கு வந்து அந்த சேஞ்ச் பண்ணா இல்லாட்டி சேஞ்ச் ஆயிடுத்து இல்லாட்டி சேஞ்ச் ஆகலனா அந்த ரெண்டுத்துக்கும் எனக்கு டிஃபரன்ஸ் புரியல. லைக் ஹவு டஸ் த சேஞ்ச் அப்ரோச் டு ஆன்சரிங் தி क्वेश्चन?
Okay, how does it change? Okay, I'll ask you some questions. Answer me. Are you talking about the accountability of beat frequency? That is, இங்க வந்து இந்த question பார்த்தா 4 beats per second. There also they are saying 4 beats per second. Are you thinking that how is that possible? இல்ல
சார் நான்
okay, சொல்லு.
இல்ல சார், லைக் அவங்க இங்க 4 beats per second 4 beats per second னா அது வந்து it hasn't changed னு அர்த்தம் சார். அந்த பீட்ஸ் அந்த இது
இல்ல, it பீட்ஸே சேஞ்ச் ஆகலையே, அதான் சொல்றேன். பீட்ஸ் சேஞ்ச்
அதான் சார் சேஞ்ச் ஆகல சார். பட் எனக்கு அந்த லைக் அந்த 4 to 2 ஆறுது இல்ல சார்.
ஆமா,
அந்த இதுல லைக் how is it
changing?
used? இல்ல how is that used for answering the question தான் எனக்கு புரியல. லைக் ரெண்டு இதுலயுமே வந்து லைக் அது கம்மியா இருக்கும் அந்த ஃபைலிங் பண்றம்போது.
சரி, அப்ப நான் ஒன்னு பண்றேன். ஓகே, இப்போ இந்த ரெண்டு ப்ராப்ளம் புரிஞ்சதுல, லாஸ்டா பண்ண ரெண்டு ப்ராப்ளம்
அது புரிஞ்சிருச்சு.
Okay, I'll do this problem again. Now listen to this carefully. Now I'll have certain questions. You answer them, you'll get your answer. So in the beats, for beats, you definitely need 2 sounds, and the 2 sounds should have slightly different frequency. So there is a tuning fork pair arrangement which is producing 4 beats. So FB is the unknown frequency, is equal to 288 plus or minus 4. Idu purinjudha enna? 292 or 284 hertz. So what we are trying to say is this tuning fork B can either be of a 292 hertz one or a 284 hertz one, which is its natural frequency. Okay. Now what have they done is this unknown fork and the B mela, they have added little bit of wax. By loading it, because of its mass, it is going to vibrate at a lesser frequency. Lesser frequency of what? Lesser frequency compared to its natural frequency. Now the question is, I don't know what is its natural frequency because I have 2 options in my hand. அது புரியுதா? 292 இருக்கலாம், 284 இருக்கலாம். But for me to choose the precise one, I need to do an extended experiment. And the extended experiment தான் வந்து அந்த unknown wax add பண்றது. Okay. When they do that experiment, it is observed that there is a change in whom? In the beats. But the change in beats is taking place because the new frequency with which B is vibrating is no more 292 or 284. It would have got decreased. So 288 plus or minus 2. So it is 290 or 286 hertz. Idu puriyudha?
Yes sir.
Now I got your doubt. Now I'll answer it. I take this an analysis. I'll not call it as trial and error. had the natural frequency, original frequency first one the value, had its natural frequency been 292, இப்போ இந்த wax add பண்ணனால what should have happened to its frequency, what should have happened to the individual frequency of B? That is, answer that question. Should the individual
Must
frequency
decrease,
of B, it should decrease, right? 292 na
Yes.
you are able to see a decrease. 290 வரலாம், 286 வரலாம். Okay, 292 could be a possible answer. சரி, நான் கேள்வி கேட்கலாம், why
Yes.
can't it be 284? இப்ப 284 நான் எடுத்தா what should be the other two answers that I have in my option, in my bucket? They should be lesser than 284. Are you able to see both, any of these numbers which is less than 284?
No, sir.
So that is why this is eliminated and this is the answer. இதான் நீ
சார்
கேட்டது.
எனக்கு அது புரிஞ்சிருச்சு சார். லைக் அது
Okay.
சரி சார், ஆன்சர் ஏன் 290 அந்த மாதிரி, why is the answer 292 not 290?
ஓ, அது சொல்றியா நீ? see, எப்பவுமே first whenever, அது பேரு சிம்பிளா சொல்றேன், this is a tuning fork arrangement is a natural one. ரெண்டு விஷயம் இருக்குடா, one is natural and the second is forced. So natural, whatever is the frequency is the unknown frequency of the fork. By you doing a modification to the existing tuning fork, modification another, when you're filing, you're losing some part of the material. Or manufacturer உனக்கு தரப்ப அப்படியே கொடுத்தான். When you buy it from a shop, when you got it at a frequency of 292, but you did the changes by adding wax or rubbing it against the surface. Varun, you're able to understand? So so அதனால நீ பண்ண சேஞ்சஸ்னால தான் இந்த 290 286 வருது. அதோட நேச்சுரல் frequency கிடையாது. The one you bought from the shop is not 290 or 286. You bought it from the shop with a frequency of 292. That is why that is unknown frequency of the fork. That is the original frequency. I hope I answered your question.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Any other doubt, guys? Okay. Just a minute.